Welcome back, guys. This episode we're going to be going toward the Zora Tribe. This is part of the mainline quest. We are in Kakariko Village at the shrine, and that's the closest point. So to start off, we're going to go ahead and head up these mountains up here. And when we get to the top, you're going to see two shrines instantly. And what I did was I kind of put a marker right on this one, and then a marker on the one to the top right, the one that was kind of directly above it. Where is it? Right there. So that's going to be our second marker. And then when we get close to that, I'll show you why. So you want to get to the second level down there, and then you want to go ahead and glide down there so your stamina can last. Once you glide down here, there'll be some enemies. You can fight them, explore, whatever. But the first thing I did was just try to explore this shrine. And we'll go ahead and do a walkthrough of this one. So this is the Dacha Toh shrine, sunken scoop. There is a bowl at the bottom of that water. And then what you want to do is scoop up one of those balls. And then you want to drop it in here and that switch right there. So we use our magnet power, grab the bowl, grab one of these guys. And then I kind of like aggressively tilt it to get the ball out. And you want to go ahead and just take this bowl with you to the next area because you'll need it. So this area is a little tricky, but not too difficult. So go ahead and scoop one of these guys up. And then you're going to try to gently roll it on top of this platform right here. As you can see, it's kind of closed off. So what we have to do is try to get it open, get the ball to drop in there, and then we'll be wrapping up this temple, or I mean this shrine. Kind of rolled it out there. There we go. And then you want to drop this bowl in the water on top of that switch. Boom. Alright, it'll drain the water. And then you could proceed to the next area. And there's no enemies. The next area, I couldn't find any chests or anything. That's pretty much the end of this shrine. Pretty easy. Alright, so once you get out the shrine, you want to go ahead and head to that next point, the point that I marked as green. So we're going to head there, and then that's going to kind of trigger a small event to pursue onto the rest of the story. So you can go ahead and traveling there, you could grab some new material, look at some new animals, check out some new enemies, and then just enjoy the scenery. Once you start getting close, the little event will trigger. That temple off in the distance is surrounded by kind of like a spiked fence, if you say. I know you can burn it to get through it. I don't have any fire weapons on me or fire arrows, so I wasn't able to go into that shrine. But if you're able to get in there, you can explore it by all means. So this guy will tell you that the prince is looking for a Hylian, and he'll direct you to go toward that tower. This area right here, this is where you'll be traversing through. There's some enemies there. You can run through them. I killed a couple and just ran through it. But you want to get to the end of this area, and there'll be another Zora here. And he's pretty much going to repeat what the last one told you. But it's safe to say if you're running into these guys, you're going the right way. Now on this path, when you get to the end, there's going to be an enemy right here. This guy, he's got a huge cleaver, and it does a shit ton of damage. He one-shotted me the last time I ran into him. So be cautious of this guy if you're not careful. He could really get you. Once you get past him, you've pretty much reached the end of this area. And Prince Sidon will greet you.
Hey there, young one.
And he'll fill you in on the rest of the story and what's going on with the Zora. So I try not to include full cutscenes so that those watching or following along, they can enjoy the full cutscenes when they're playing themselves. So this bridge right here, those two little poles that were right there, if you see those, you can pretty much follow those along the rest of this path. This path is pretty straightforward. As long as you follow it, it'll get you to the next area.
Yep.
So once you get to a certain point, the prince will come back and he'll pop in to check on you. So once you reach these points and the prince is talking to you, it's kind of like a checkpoint, and it kind of lets you know you're going the right way. He also gives you good tips on, you know, this arborist journey that's coming up ahead. So once you get up here, this is past that little trail down there with the boulder blocking the way. You want to head straight up here, and you're gonna get up to the top of this mountain. And if you look over there, you'll see kind of like a shortcut. Go ahead and find a good spot to glide. And instead of traveling all the way to the right, we're just kind of, you know, taking a shortcut. We're just gliding through here to get to the whole left side of this mountain. So as you can see, I'm going to head down this mountain, and you're going to, or head down this path, and you're going to see, like, there's just a whole extra pieces of area down here that you pretty much got to skip. And that pole to the left, those are the ones you want to follow. If you're following those, you're going the right way. So here you're going to come across this bridge. If you're just following the path and you're following those signs, you'll get to this bridge. It's a long bridge. When you get to the end, the prince will come up and he'll talk to you and he'll give you some more tips and warnings. Once you get done speaking with him, a big blue moblin will be right behind you, so be prepared for that fight. During the rest of this trail, you're going to run into enemies with electricity. A lot of them are tough, but I pretty much just ran through it and just followed the signs. Once you reach this area, you pretty much finish through the path. You have reached the Zora Domain. Now, as soon as you come in, you can kind of see a shrine off in the distance. You want to go ahead and make that shrine a priority so that you can fast travel to this area whenever you please. So as soon as he gets done talking, telling you more story, you can go ahead and proceed to that shrine. And we can go ahead and do a walkthrough of that one as well. So when you're heading to that shrine, in that area, there's going to be some useful items, and there's also going to be a weapon along the wall. I missed the weapon pickup when I did this playthrough, so I'll end up going back to grab that. You can kind of see it right there leaning against the wall in the background. It looks like a spear or a long sword. Once you get done gathering stuff, you'll proceed to this shrine. Pushing power. This one was really annoying. You're going to see a lot of boulders to the left. They're rolling down. What you want to do is you want to get a boulder and you want to get it in that switch straight ahead. But you don't want to be like me and try to get one of these into the hole. So I ended up falling off. You don't die, in case anyone's wondering, for those that haven't fallen off. But I ended up getting one of those boulders in there. After 30 to 45 minutes of doing this, turns out these are the incorrect boulders. There's one at the top that you need to get down here. This is the one. So I used a little an ice barrier or an ice pillar to get up to it. I'm going to use stasis on it. And then you kind of just want to whack it a couple times. So toward the bottom, I set some of those ice pillars to block the boulder or the ball from falling completely off the cliff. And there is a chest that's easily accessible. It's right up there to top right. And you you can get that pretty easy. So here are my ice pillars that I set, because had I not set one, it would have rolled completely off, and then the ball would drop back up at the top, and you'd have to start all over. So I'm gonna go ahead and break these one at a time. As soon as you break this one, if you do decide to use this technique, go ahead and have your stasis ready, and then you want to stop this guy from falling. And then I kind of hit it 2 times because you don't want it to go too far. And once you do that, it'll fall into place and it'll open up. And that completes this shrine. Hopefully it saves you time, because I spent a very long time completing this one. And that wraps it up for this video. We'll be continuing on with the rest of the story. What else to do with the Zora Tribe and where our next point of path is. Hope this helped you guys. And until next time, see ya.